Shalom everybody, Shabbat Shalom. This week the question is, and I want to hear everybody's thoughts, do changes occur when we start inside and work out, or do they change when we start outside and work in? Now this question is based off of a few things. Three things. The first thing that this question is based off this week is the facial feedback hypothesis. The facial feedback hypothesis says if I smile, I'm going to feel happier. If I frown, it's going to make me feel sadder. Now, this is in contrast with other common approaches to psychology, which say your hormone levels, your brain development, different things going on inside of your brain, inside of your head, inside of your soul, inside of your body, actually determine what's going on the outside, determine whether you're smiling, determine whether you're frowning. It goes inside and works its way out. Now, outside in says if I smile, I'll be happier. If I change my behaviors, I'll be happier. Another manifestation of this is, imagine you're stressed, you're studying, and you go out for a walk on the beach and feel an instant release. It relieves your stress. Outside in, you're changing first a behavior, you're manifesting something in the world, and it changes your internal situation. So that's number one. Another instance where we see this question inside out or outside in is in medicine. Now this week I was learning about retinal detachments, which is something I have personal experience with back in first grade. Thank you to my first grade class for singing to me when I was out of school for a while there. Appreciate that. So in retinal detachments, when you have a near detachment, your retina is not completely detached, there's ways to sort of glue it down so that it stays attached. This is a part of the back of the eye that needs to be attached in order to communicate what you're seeing, in order for your eye to communicate with the brain. Now, there's two incredible ways to sort of tie down the retina so that it doesn't get completely loosened or detached. And these two methods are actually direct opposites of each other. One is using a cryoprobe, which is a very, very cold thing. You put it on the outside of the eye, and it freezes the rest of the retina into place. Freezes it into place. Now, the second option, which is a total opposite, is you use a scorching hot laser, an argon laser, or there's probably other cool lasers that you can use to do this as well. And you weld the retina back to the back of the eye. Now, we think, okay, you're applying the cold, that's obviously on the outside. If you're shooting the laser, it starts on the outside and it's working its way back. So this is another change, medical change, that starts outside and works its way in. You don't start at the retina, work your way forward, and grow from there. First, you need to get your way back to the retina, you need to shoot the laser, it goes through the anterior chamber, posterior chamber, the vitreous gets back to the retina area, and then it starts gluing things down in a way that's effective and can improve your vision, can improve your health, and improve the situation of your eye moving forward. So these are two examples. There's the facial feedback hypothesis, and there's the cryoprobe and laser therapies for the retina. Now the third place where we see this, where I saw this week, is of course in this week's Parsha. And in this week's Parsha, we see that the temple service, we continue with the temple service, and we see that first and foremost, the Kohen would go, and of course he'd wash his hands, and he'd do all of his preparations, which all takes place on the outside, and then he would light the outside altar. And then he took the light from the outside, and used the fire from the outside altar, took it into the inner altar, took it in to light the menorah, and the fire actually had to come from this outermost altar. Now, what we see from this, the altar of course is a analogy, it's a symbol of the human body. Every component of the altar is meant to represent a component of the human body. So when we see that it starts with the outside, first you start with the outside flame, and then you bring it in, where the most important work happens, just like the retina is the most important place, just like your soul, your well-being is the most important place. We see that it all starts outside and works its way in. Now, how do we apply this to our behaviors? How do we apply this to our lives? We apply this like so. We so often think, I need to be perfect first. I need to be full in order to take care of other people. I need to first put out the fire in my own house before I can put out the fire in anyone else's house. If I'm not stable, if I'm not 100%, there's nothing I can do. But sometimes it's so important to start outside. First, smile. First, shoot the laser from the outside. First, light the outer altar in the temple. First, change some sort of behavior. Change something outside. And it will trickle down, it will shoot back into the back of your eye, it will get into the internal temple of the internal part of the temple, and ignite the inner altar as well. So I want to bless everyone that you'll find the courage, you'll find the strength this week to change something on the outside, change a behavior, add a mitzvah, add a kind deed, add some charity. If it's gratitude that you want to increase, if it's kindness that you want to increase, if it's joy that you want to increase, whatever it is, start with action, start outside, and then it'll work its way back and start to manifest in every single facet of your life. Mwah. Love you all very much. Shabbat Shalom. Wishing you tremendous success, starting from the outside and working your way back. And I want to hear from everyone what you think. Does change start from the outside in, inside out, or is it a combination of both? Shabbat Shalom.